Hey there, and welcome to the 5-day Mind-Body Breakthrough Bootcamp. I am so excited for you to be here. Thank you so much for gifting yourself this time, the energy and dedication that you're going to give, and the transformation that you are going to receive from this Breakthrough Bootcamp. I'm so excited. This is going to be really fun, but also a bit challenging. But hey, anything that we deeply desire is going to be a little bit challenging, right? So this is video 1, your introductory video to the challenge. So it's really important to watch it through the end. So if you need to grab a cup of tea, coffee, wine, whatever your choice of beverage is, just really make sure that you are honed in to this video, okay? We're gonna cover the most important features of the program. So I know that at the end of this 5-day boot camp, you are going to experience breakthrough in your chosen pillar of wellness, a pillar that deep down, you know that one shift in your beliefs and behavior in this one area could totally change the game for you in the health results that you desire most, helping you evolve from excuses to action, from inner critic to inner praise, from over it to all over it, and finally, from hiding inside yourself to feeling confident in your own skin. So here are the 5 pillars of total wellness that you get to choose from. And these are based on my certification in integrative wellness and behavior change from Duke Health. All right, so here we go. Number 1, food. Number 2 is fitness. Number 3 is focus. Number 4 is friends and family. And number 5 is future. So throughout these 5 days, you're going to focus on one to start, okay? You're going to focus on one of those pillars, and you will see that mind-body breakthrough in that one pillar of your choice. So food is functional nutrition and eating habits. Fitness is energy, the method of exercise, your schedule, consistency. Focus is stress and anxiety and how those can trip us up, and mindfulness and meditation that can really solve that problem. And then friends and family is relationships and communication. And finally, future is personal development and professional development. So personal development might be a hobby or some inner work that you want to work on, or professional development is more your work or career, okay? So you are going to experience a mind-body breakthrough in one of these pillars that 5 days prior you didn't know was possible. And then from this, you will realize what else is possible for you too. And that is what we are going to do. All right. That's why I'm so pumped to help you through this challenge. Boot camp officially starts Monday, July 20th, but this video is going to get you started creating that momentum right away. So over the course of the 5 days, you are going to move from excuse to action using a method called mind care. And I like to take it a step even further, calling it mind care momentum, because it's that momentum that you need. You can't just do something one and done, or twice a week or once a month. That momentum, that consistency that you create, and the support and accountability along with it, that is where real and lasting transformation happens. So mind care is a form of mental training that helps you rediscover the innate peace living inside you, and to not trust that persistent inner critic that is getting in your way of true happiness. So you are actually going to experience a mind-body breakthrough by using mind care momentum. And everyone in this group is going to experience it differently, right? Because you'll all be posting your progress and your breakthroughs in the Mind-Body Breakthrough Bootcamp Facebook groups. So if you are on the page right now watching this video, just tap that button and hop over to the Facebook group, and you'll be receiving the link in emails for the challenge as well. But you really want to hop into the Facebook group, and that is where all of the goodies are going to come from this challenge. Each day you're going to get an activity, and you're going to be able to post your progress and your breakthrough. So you're going to want to hop into there as soon as possible. Okay. So one experience that you might have have when it comes to the breakthrough is where your mind was once telling you, don't do it, you can't do it, you won't do it, and is now telling you, this is right, this is true, this is beautiful. And it's not some cheesy, you can do it mantra, right? This is really the depths of your soul talking to you. It's like this beautiful treasure chest filled with gems that you have buried deep inside you. You are going to be able to dig them out, polish them off, and let them shine. I mean, who is not interested in that, right? So you are going to experience mind care magic in this challenge. Now, one analogy I want you to think of is, you know, those finger cuffs? I think they call them like Chinese finger cuffs, where you put your fingers inside and you just can't pull them out, right? You're pulling and pulling and pulling, and you get scared. You start to feel feelings of fear and anxiety, and so you're trying to pull away and escape and back out. But you know that the only way to release your fingers from the finger cuffs is to go back in and release what it is that need to be released before you can gently back out. All right, so that's the analogy of this, right? It's all about inside out wellness. We're going in, we're going deep so that we can release what we need to release to finally experience breakthrough, right? Super awesome. Okay, the promise of this challenge. So you might be thinking, I don't know where to start. Well, don't worry, right? Because that's exactly where we are going to start. On day one, I'm going to teach you how to choose your most important pillar of wellness, the one that is most critical to you, and then how to think, feel, and act in alignment to get the health result you desire so deeply. I'm going to show you how powerful your thinking is and how much you really are creating your reality on a daily basis. You are going to experience real breakthrough in that area of wellness. So here is why we're doing this. Now, chances are, if you're here, you've heard of the power of the mind-body connection before, right? There are studies upon studies about how the mind and the body are constantly communicating with each other, like two teenagers texting all day, or even us texting all day. So, I mean, think about it. If you're watching a sad movie and you start to cry, boom, right there, mind-body connection. It's crystal clear, right? However, have you noticed that when you hear about the mind-body connection, there's a real difference in knowing it and learning it, but then also actually living it? So, right, there are so many books and blogs and podcasts and studies talking about the mind-body connection, but so few people have had the actual experience of a mind-body breakthrough. Unless they've worked with me, of course, right? So here's what's missing. So it's like an iceberg, right? Where you see the top of it, but so much of it remains unseen below. And what I'm referring to in this metaphor is you. I know there are things that you want, and maybe you write down your goals or your intentions, or you even plan out your meals or fitness routine for the week, but something keeps stopping you from showing up for that vision. It's because your mind is creating excuses for you. On the one hand, this is how our mind was created. This is how our mind works. It's how it was created to work, right? The brain always wants to be safe and comfortable. But on the other hand, and you're going to learn this in the boot camp, it's not your mood that does the damage, it's how you react to it. So your thoughts have been programmed to behave like insane forces acting in opposition, and they're preventing your vision of health from coming to you. So you have to change the unseen, the invisible, in order to change the seen, the visible, right? So if you can't see these mental forces, then how are you going to do anything about them? So that is why I created this challenge. So together we are going to experience an opportunity for you to begin to discover and see for yourself some of these things that are getting in the way of all the things that you desire and all of the things that you deserve. It's like electricity, right? You know it's there, you know its capacity, its potential, but you can't see it, right? So, because the truth is, what I discovered for myself and what my clients and students have proven true over and over again, time and time again, is that unlocking the power of your mind and making the unseen seen is the true secret to experiencing any mind-body breakthrough in your life, even the breakthroughs that you don't think are possible right now. but more on that in a moment. So I would love to take you back to where this all came from. So if you've ever had a thought that you could become a healthier, more energetic version, more even fulfilled version of yourself than you are today, but you've started and stopped so many programs and plans so many times, you're not sure whether you even want to try again, then chances are you're going to relate to this. So over the course of probably a few decades, my mind and body would go through stages where it seemed like they were in total opposition of each other. I was naturally healthy and very into fitness and wellness and meditation. I read all of the magazines out there at the time, right? Like Self, Fitness, Shape, Yoga Journal, Sassy, you name it. I read them all. I was just really, really enthralled with them all. So enthusiastic about it. But then once I started, socializing more, going out, hanging out with friends later, maybe some late night eating and drinking, I just puffed out. And it was the first time my body was like, sis, when is this gonna end? And my mind was saying such hurtful things to me. I just felt stuck. I felt like a black cloud. And then that was around the time that all of the diet books were around, right? I was trying all the things, Atkins, South Beach, anything that could be a quick fix that said you could lose, 10 pounds in 2 weeks or less. And we all know that none of those quick fixes are long lasting, and some of them are really unrealistic to stick to. And I was just feeling in such a dark place, and I didn't really know where to go to because I was literally trying everything. However, I was trying everything from a place of darkness, from a place of failure, from a place of defeat. So I was like, this can't be right. Is this how I'm going to feel and look forever? Buying all these stupid diet books and bars and telling everyone that I was starting some diet or fitness plan, but never really finishing it, and just being grouchy and upset with myself. It just wasn't who I truly and naturally was. So here's the kicker. So it took me a while to look back and finally realize, okay, even though I had those dark moments where my clothes wouldn't fit, I wasn't working out as energetically, I wasn't thinking it as positively, I always was able to come back to myself. I always was able to slim back down, get stronger, get more positive, run faster. And here is what I finally realized, because it took me a few seasons before I finally realized what I was actually doing. And this is when I realized that I was actually shifting my mindset first before I was able to slim back down or de-bloat or whatever the desired health result I was looking for. I didn't get positive when I slimmed down. I got positive then slimmed down. I stopped believing my inner critic, and then boom, I got the health results I desired. So sometimes we can be so hard on ourselves and go at it from a negative perspective. But when you think negative, you get negative. So when I started visualizing exactly what I wanted to be living like, communicating like, right? Thinking like, once I got clear on that, and when I was journaling how I wanted to live and why and really what was most important to me, that's when everything changed. So rather than chasing these external band-aids, I started working from the inside out. And that's exactly what the Mind-Body Breakthrough Bootcamp is all about. So once I started acting on these realizations and making changes, things changed. So I started doing this naturally, right? But then I also started seeking out resources to help support this method. So books that came with very individualized questions that were pulling certain answers from me, visualization meditations, journaling, declarations. These are what changed the game for me. And then in turn, what started changing the game for my clients. So it wasn't someone else's mantra that we found on Instagram. It wasn't a 21-day fix. This was really going inside and getting really comfortable and close to your inner knowing and getting your mind in the perfect place so that you could then in turn take the necessary action, the aligned action to get what you want. right? So sure, yes, then I slimmed down. I was able to get some muscle tone. I looked forward to both exercising and eating vegetables, all while still eating ice cream and drinking wine. So that all allowed for this internal feeling of confidence that I had my personal method, right? It was a personal wellness system that I created confidently and that I showed up for consistently because I was the scientist in my own experiment. So again, when my mind was content and compassionate, I was able to create a positive outlook and then got the health results that I wanted. But if my mind was stressed and overwhelmed and I was hard on myself, then I would stay stuck in that negative mindset and I didn't get the health results that I wanted. So this is exactly what I'm going to teach you in the Mind-Body Breakthrough Bootcamp. But here's the thing. Mental training and mindset shifts are hard. So you can't just, do a headspace meditation once or twice a week, journal once or twice a month. You need a method and you need momentum. You need a course of action, consistency, and community. You need a system, a series, and support. I naturally went a step further and I got certified in integrative wellness and behavior change. And that is where the magic happened for me because the whole premise of the certification was based around mindful awareness. So I had the burning desire inside of me to be your guide in this because I know that so many of you have started a journey or even a journal, but there was no component of consistency or momentum or accountability or support or even fun. So today, I help super awesome mind-body breakthrough babes just like you create healthier minds so that they can become their healthiest selves. Now, I just teach women who are open to this, who are ready for this, and that believe in this method that you're here for and that you're ready to start committing to, right? That consistent mind care, because you know that this is the secret to experiencing your own mind-body breakthrough. So that's what we're going to do together. But I want to get started on this right away in this video because some of that inner critic chatter is already starting to get in the way of the magic that is going to get created over the next 5 days. So while the boot camp officially starts on Monday, July 20th, I want to start helping you immediately because that's how I roll. So here are 3 mind-body bummers that get in the way for a lot of my clients and students, and previously myself as well. And when you let these go, that's when you start letting the goodness in, and that's when you start experiencing real mind-body breakthroughs. All right? So the first one is, all right, Katie, this all sounds great, but I can just do this on my own, right? So if that's what you're thinking, if that's what you've been trying and attempting, how has that been going for you, right? What sort of breakthroughs have you experienced or what sort of transformations have you seen, right? How long did it last? What type of meditations were you doing? What type of journals were you doing? What type of community did you have? What kind of support? What kind of results did you have? So just think about that. Sure, this is something that you might be able to try on your own, but if you've tried it before on your own, right, where are you now? So another question you might have for yourself is, do I need to do this if I already have some sort of wellness app or I already have an accountability group? So that's great. I love that you already have taken initiative and you have some form of health app and a group that you can collaborate with. But how invested in you is this app for the masses, right? How knowledgeable in mind care momentum and mind-body breakthroughs is this accountability group that you have? So I am here for you. I want the freaking best for you, and I am 100% committed to this Mind-Body Breakthrough Bootcamp, all right? It's 5 days, and we're hitting it hard. And then finally, one of the objections or questions your mind, the excuses maybe we can say that your mind might be giving you is, I don't have enough time. So how impossible is it to get out of bed 10 minutes earlier, right? How impossible is it to ditch one 10-minute scrolling session on Instagram or Facebook, right? How impossible is it for these 5 days to cut your Netflix time in half so that you can be fully committed to this program? Okay, so now that we got those out of the way, you are going to be so much more ready and open to the work that we are going to do together over the 5-day bootcamp. So here's what I want you to do right now. Number one, clear your calendar. All right. You are going to be doing one specific action item every single day during the 5-day boot camp. You're going to need to commit at least 20 minutes a day to this. And I'm going to be honest with you right here. If you're telling yourself the story that you don't have enough time to dedicate to this, then guess what you are creating in your outside world when your inside world is telling yourself the story, I don't have enough time. Drum roll, not enough time, right? Your inner world is saying, I don't have enough time. So your outer world is saying, okay, we don't have enough time, right? It starts from within, from the inside out. So you're also telling me and yourself that this is not really important to you, that you're not really serious about this, and that you're not really committed. Because the truth is, any person who I have seen become successful in creating their healthiest body by creating a healthier mind is that they had to be committed to the outcome first. They had to be willing to do whatever it takes, no matter what, even if it means sacrificing things that are no longer serving you, like maybe even some gossipy group chats, or again, scrolling through the gram or Facebook, or prolonged Netflix binges, right? So that's really the opportunity you have right now. So sometimes we just have to make the choice and say yes to something bigger, better, and brighter. So what are you going to choose? Right? Are you going to accept the challenge to live fully? Will you commit to choosing this 5-day challenge? Will you commit to go all in? Will you commit to doing whatever it takes to do the work, to do the exercises, to open yourself up to something incredible happening over the next 5 days? I hope you do, because I'll be ready and waiting for you starting on day 1. I mean, really starting today. So before we get started, be sure to click the link to join the Bootcamp Facebook group. This is where all of the Bootcamp action will be taking place. Your daily action items, etc. You're going to want to be there, right? Live coaching every day during the Bootcamp. So you want to get in there, introduce yourself, and let your fellow Mind-Body Breakthrough Bootcampers know who you are, where you're from, what breakthrough you are looking to experience. Oh, and if you are super eager to get started right away, start thinking right now about what pillar you want to have a mind-body breakthrough with first. Is it food, fitness, focus, friends and family, future? What kind of mind-body breakthrough do you want to experience in your life? I am so excited to see you show up for yourself every day in this challenge. If you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to post them in the Facebook group, or feel free to DM me on Instagram. I'm at Wholehearty, or you can email me directly at hello@wholehearty.com. I cannot wait to see you on day 1. I cannot wait to see what breakthroughs you have. I am here for you. I am excited for you. Let's freaking do this.